In this program, what we're going to be doing is creating a little game that will review a lot of the concepts with functions and help us sort of wrap our heads around an idea of how they would be incorporated into a game. So this is going to be called the dig game. So the way this works is the user will try to last as long as possible while digging for treasure. So we'll have some consumable items. So they have sandwiches, which they'll be having daily, and shovels, which they'll be using to dig. These could break. And they will use money earned to buy more sandwiches, shovels, things like that. And then the goal is to last the most days. So this is kind of a press your luck game, although really the idea is to kind of just last as long as possible. So let's take a look at the breakdown of the steps of the program. So this is what usually is going to inform the functions that you create for it. So it's a pretty important step. So this is going to be the pseudocode for the program. So first thing that we're going to do is we'll be displaying the instructions. So display instructions is going to be step number one. And then we're going to loop until the user runs out of sandwiches or shovels. Okay. After the loop is run, all we want to do is display the number of days lasted. So this will be kind of the score at the end of the game. How long did the user last, and that will be the final result. Okay, so now the actual individual steps of the game. We're going to be looping this until the user runs out of either sandwiches or shovels. They won't be able to press on if they get 0 for either. So the first thing that we're going to do is let's display the day that the user is on. So at the beginning of each day, we'll display the day that the user on to give them an idea of their score, and it also helps separate the output, make it easier to understand. The next thing that's going to happen is the user is going to find one of three things. Coin, which is going to be worth 1, a gem, which is going to be worth some random number of coins, or nothing. So every day the user will have a chance of having these things happen. The next thing that we were going to do is we are going to consume supplies. So this is going to be a sandwich, 1, and chance of a shovel. So there is going to be a chance that the user breaks their shovel on one run of this program. Then what we want to do is we will display. So after we've consumed, we're going to display the inventory of the user. Oops, sandwich. So we're going to display the inventory of the user. So in this case, it is going to be how many shovels, how many sandwiches, and how much money the user has. And then the last thing that we're going to do before we determine either, okay, did they run out of something, or are we going to restart the loop, is we will have a visit to the store. Now, this will be a yes, no possibility. And now, why wouldn't the user want to visit the store? We're going to have a chance of robbery. So there is a chance that while visiting the store, I imagine this game is kind of like a Wild West sort of gold and treasure hunting expedition. So imagine that there's a chance of being robbed whenever you visit the store. So what we're going to do in the next program is we'll start including some of the code, and then we'll break down these individual steps into what we can represent with a function.